Hi, I hope you're all having a wonderful day today. Today's video is going to kind of be the opposite of the last video that I did, and today I'm going to be sharing with you 10 luxury items that I think are totally worth it and that I would 100% purchase again. So in the last video, if you watched that one, and I will link it down below, I went over items that I wouldn't buy again, some that I just kind of bashed altogether and wish I had never purchased. In this video, I'm going to share with you 10 that I love, that I use, and well, 2 of them are not my most used, but they're definitely things I would repurchase. Most of these are things I would use again. So I am not going to be including my Birkin or my Kelly because those clearly I would repurchase, and I'm not going to be sharing any jewelry because all my jewelry I would repurchase. So everything I've had longer than a year, just, to let you know that most of these things several years, just to let you know that they are truly things I would buy again. Before we get started, if you're new to my channel, my name is Melinda. Welcome in. If you're returning, welcome back. If you like these kind of videos, I make them about jewelry, about handbags, luxury, favorites, things like that. I would love it if you would take just a moment and hit that subscribe button down below. So let's get started, and these are in no particular order. The first item that I would 100% purchase again are my Chanel combat boots. I am not a expensive shoe person. If you follow me, you know that. I have 2 pairs, well, 3. 3 pairs of designer shoes. I have a pair of Burberry rain boots. I have a pair of Christian Louboutin pumps, and I have these Chanel boots. I picked these up in Paris. Actually, my husband picked these up for me in Paris. We were together, but he pointed them out and he paid for them. I absolutely love these. They have the CC at the tongue. They have the quilting. These are in lambskin. They have worn absolutely beautiful. There's a CC on the heel. They're just absolutely gorgeous. I get a lot of use out of these. I like these so much. I told my husband a couple of weeks ago I was going to get the Louis Vuitton pair. The Louis Vuitton pair at the top here, I can't remember the name of them, but it has an LV, like the handbag that I have, like the twist. And he's like, why would you do that? You have the Chanel ones. And I said, because I love the Chanel ones so much. He goes, well, then wear those. I was like, well, I'll think about it. I'm going to look at them in person. When I went and saw those one in person, the LV was just completely scratched up. And especially with this particular year, a lot of my bags haven't been used much. Some haven't been used at all. Not doing a whole lot of going out, so I decided to wait and maybe think about adding another pair of boots next year. But these were well worth the money. There is a newer version of these out this year that have a CC, kind of like their brooches on the side. This one is from 2018, so discontinued, but definitely would buy that again. The second item, this one is one of the 2 that are not my most used, but I definitely would purchase again. And that is my Louis Vuitton Capucines in the BB size, in the noir, the Tyrolean leather with the python handle. I picked this one up in Paris as well. I love this bag. I need to show it some more love and wear it, but again, back to this year. It's just absolutely stunning. I looked up the price I paid for it. I want to say it was like $3,500. These have skyrocketed. I did talk about this bag in another video that this is a really good one to look for on the pre-love market. For whatever reason, it seems like Louis Vuitton's leather bags don't quite hold their value as well. It's just a beautifully made bag. It has feet on the bottom. It has a crossbody strap. This is the only bag from Louis Vuitton where you get a dust bag, at least the only one that I have. They may have others, where you get an actual dust bag with the strap in it, which is really nice. And it's a nice adjustable strap. It has that gorgeous hot pink interior. I just love this bag. It's so elegant. It's so understated. I do not see anybody in my area carrying the Capucines. And if you want to make it completely understated, you just leave that flap on the outside. You just got that little flower there, and it doesn't have any logo really at that point. So definitely the Capucines BB, and I'm going to have to grab the other ones. Okay, so moving on to number 3. Number 3 is my Chanel classic flaps in the size medium. I have the black caviar with the gold hardware, and I absolutely love this. And I also have a duplicate, but not quite. I have the lambskin with the silver hardware, and the color name of this one was just dark blue. I did a video about my Chanel Jumbo and the price increases and would I purchase that bag again at the current price, and I will try to link that down below. I never really talked about the mediums. I don't know if I would pay the current price or if I would look for them pre-loved, but these are definitely something I would add again. I mean, 100%. Rather I went the full price route or went pre-loved. These are some of my most used bags. I do complain about Chanel lambskin and on their bags, and I'll try to see if I can show you this. And I get asked all the time, do I still use this? Do I still love it? I do. I mean, it is what it is, and there's different years where the lambskin is different, and people have told me that somebody told me they have a vintage one that it scratches all the time. Other people told me they have vintage ones that are perfect. I know, it is what it is. It scratched the day I got it. Whatever, I'm gonna enjoy it anyways. It's such a unique color. I don't know if any of the scratches are gonna be able to show, but I have several videos on it where I really get into depth about it. But this size, surprisingly enough, because what I wanted and what my dream bag ever was the Jumbo. And this size is my absolute favorite. And out of the two, this one is my absolute favorite. I would say out of all of my Chanel bags, this is my favorite, which absolutely surprises me. But I love black and gold. When I first started buying, I was into black and silver. It's just elegant. It goes from day to evening. It holds everything I need. It's just a fabulous, fabulous bag. So I would definitely at least have one Chanel medium flap in my collection. I just think they're timeless, they're classic, and even if you do pay the current price, you know next year they're gonna go up, or this year, or who knows, next month, who knows what they're gonna do. They're going to go up. That's just the way that they do. So moving on to number 4. You have seen me rave about this since I got this last year. I think I got 2 of these last year, one in the spring and one later in the fall, and that is my Louis Vuitton Zoe wallet. I showed my pink one. I have a black one, which I'm currently using, so I just left that in my handbag so I didn't have to pull my cards out, but it's also easier to show it in the pink. So the 2 that I have are both in the Empreinte leather. This one is in Rose Poudre, and then of course I have the Noir. This has the nice back slip pocket, and then there are 4 credit card slots on the inside, and a zippered place for change, and then a full place for bills. This is such a compact wallet. It's literally, if you hold it up to a card holder, which I did in my small leather goods video, it's just tiny, but it's so worth it. It just holds everything. It goes in all your compact bags. The sun is like coming in and out, so it might be kind of messing with my lighting here a little bit today. We're kind of like clouds and sun, clouds and sun. It is a little bit more of a pricey wallet, and the reason for that, it is 100% leather lined. There is no fabric anywhere in any of these slots. It is all leather. I just think this is one of their best made wallets, and I'm just really not carrying very much with me anymore. Even last year, like this year, even less, like just a couple of cards. So I don't need a whole lot more than this. Really cannot recommend this one to you enough, and this is definitely one I would pick up again. And the reason I got the black, even though I love the pink so much, just for bags that I was concerned of possible color transfer. And plus I just love the wallet so much. I don't mind having a duplicate. So those 2, the Chanel flap and the Zoe, you know when you duplicate and you still would put it in your top 10, you really like it. So number 5, the same theme, is another compact wallet, and this one is from Gucci. They call it a card case, the Marmont card case. I call it a wallet. I still have change in here. I had change in here when I showed this in my small leather goods video. Let me take that out so it's not rattling around. I very rarely have change. Okay, go out. So this one, I don't know why they call it a card case, because it's really similar to the Zoe. You've got 2 card slots on either side. This one you have a bonus of another card slot behind the coin purse part. This one is fabric lined. You do have a full bill slot. Let me show it to you next to the Zoe just so you have an idea. And this one is way less expensive. It's a little bit bigger, but not huge. It's not like a massive, massive difference, but yeah, there you go. But I love it. It has this pebbled leather. It's held up beautifully. It's a gorgeous little compact wallet. I would purchase this again. They had it in hot pink and I wanted it so bad, but trying to be good and not buy duplicate small leather goods. I'm really trying going forward not to buy any. We'll see if that lasts. But the hot pink is gone now, so they do have this, I think, in a light pink and a black though. And if I can find it, I will link it down below. And then number 6, this I really like because I bought 3 of them. I use these absolutely all the time, and it is the Hermes Bastia coin purse. And this one is in Epsom leather, and the color is Blue Zanzibar. This one is aqua, I think, aqua? I can't quite remember. But this is in, I believe it's a goat skin, and so is this one. They're both goat skin, but they're textured very differently. And this one is rose lipstick. This one has a bag clip in there, which is nice if you get to a restaurant or something. This one is currently empty, and this one has ear pods. Oh, and it has my earrings. I took my earrings off. I have my Tiffany hoops in there. Have you guys noticed when you're wearing a mask that you really don't want to have hoops on? When I take it off, it gets caught on the hoops and it starts to pull on my ears. So yeah, I took them off one day and stuck it down in my bustier so I wouldn't lose it. But these, I use them all the time for different things. Sometimes I'll put band-aids and hair ties and just little odds and ends, and they just don't take up any room, and they're so colorful and so pretty. And for Hermes, these are a really, really good price point. I would pick up another one, but I'm trying very hard. So let's move on to number 7, which are some coats. So if you watched my last video, I did talk about scarves, and that's why I'm not going to bring those out, but I did say I would definitely repurchase my Burberry scarves and my Louis Vuitton Logomania scarf. Those are absolutely excellent. Love them, especially the Logomania. It's one of my favorites. But another thing that I love from Burberry is their coats. And I have 4 of them. I'm going to insert a picture of one of them because it is really, really heavy. It is a wool cashmere trench. I picked it up last year at the outlet. I actually have not had a chance to wear it yet because last year's winter was really, really mild for us. And this, like I said, that's why I'm not holding it up. It's about 5 or 6 pounds, maybe more. It's very heavy. I would actually consider adding one of their lighter weight trenches because I absolutely love that one so much. It's just so beautiful, but heavy. But I would definitely add it again. This one is more of just their classic jacket, and I'm not going to try these on for you today because it is really quite warm here, even though I'm wearing a super light blazer, but it's pretty warm here today. I do have a video with mod shots of all these if you want to see them. I'll link it down below. But this is just a classic black, and the inside of course has the Burberry check, and it turns up at the sleeves, and they make a version of this every year. They change the buttons a little bit or change the style slightly. This one I picked up last year at the outlet, and this one has the snaps. This is in a navy blue color, and again the inside is the same, and pockets and the cuffs turn up. And this is my oldest one and my absolutely most favorite. They do not make this one anymore. It was called the Baughton, B-A-U-G-H-T-O-N. It has the removable hood that has the Burberry lining, which I always just leave that on in case it rains. It has the full zip with the gold. It has the belt that ties, and then it has snap pockets. And this one, instead of where you can turn the cuff up, there's a little zipper vent, and it opens up to just show that little checked lining. These are well worth the money. They have held up beautifully. This one and the black one are my oldest. I have worn them quite a bit. I know that the cashmere and the wool one's gonna hold up beautifully too. I'm hoping I get to wear that somewhere this winter if it's chilly enough. But as far as luxury designer coats go, it's always gonna be in style. These have been around forever. It's just classic quilt. It's not too puffy, and their trenches, they are just the ultimate classics. Like I said, I really probably will eventually add a lighter weight one to my collection. Okay, so now let's move on to number 8. Okay, so number 8 is My Lady Dior. I think every handbag lover should have one Lady Dior in their collection if you're drawn to the style at all. It is never ever going to go out of style. I'm finding that more and more my taste is becoming more and more classic. I have very few trendy bags, maybe 2 tops, that are not contemporary designers. This one is especially special to me because I love the color. It's so unique. It's not black. It's like I've showed you 2 not black bags today. I'm kind of done with black, but it's absolutely gorgeous with the champagne hardware. This was a Mother's Day gift a couple of years ago. It is not my most worn by any means, but I just will never get rid of this. I get asked all the time if I will sell this bag to people, and I'm like, you want my Mother's Day gift? No, you can't have it. But it's just something about this. This is the size medium. I had the size small. I let that go. It was just slightly too small for what I need to carry, and this holds everything. The drawback, and probably one of the main reasons I don't use it as much, is it does have the zip top opening. I know they do have them now where they have the flap opening, but I don't know that I want to add another lady to my collection, and I know I want to keep this one. This one is just so gorgeous, and you know, it will just always remind me of that Mother's Day. It was just such a lovely gift, and this is pre-loved. I think this is my only pre-loved bag, but yes, and I definitely recommend looking for this also on the pre-loved market. I also mentioned this in a video a while ago that the lady is a really good one to look for pre-loved. And so number 9 would be my Fendi Mini Peekaboo. This one is in black Napa lambskin with the gold hardware. I picked this one up in Paris as well in 2018. I use this all the time. I also have a Defender cover for it, which I did not bring out to show you. The thing I wish that it had is feet, but even without having feet, there's not a single scratch on the bottom. And just to show you, I do this all the time. I tried to show the Chanel one, which I know, I doubt if you saw anything, but there is not a marker scratch, and this one is much more delicate, being that it is metallic. And this one is one of my most used bags, and again, there is not a marker scratch. Fendi's lambskin is amazing. I would 100% add another Fendi Mini Peekaboo. I keep saying I don't want to duplicate my collection. However, I would make an exception with this bag, but it would have to be the right color and feet. A lot of their minis have feet. I would want the same size, but I'm waiting. There's a color I have in mind, and I'm waiting for it to come out, and maybe one of these years it will, but it hasn't yet. This, to me, I know every other YouTuber disagrees with me. This is worth full price. They haven't raised their prices in a while, unless they did something this week when I haven't noticed. It's worth it. The quality is there. When I see these pre-loved, they just look beaten up, and I really have used this so much. I've taken this on so many trips where I'm gone for at least 8 days, carrying this day and night crossbody, and it's just, I mean, it's gorgeous. I just absolutely love this. 100% would add this one again. And the inside of this one is also all leather, and it comes with a long crossbody strap, and they give you a cute little rain jacket, which I've never opened, but I always leave it down in the bag. So number 10 is another small leather good, and I have 3 of these. I have 3 different sizes, and out of the 3, this is by far my most favorite. I have the Toiletry 26, which is what this one is. I have the 19, which I probably would have said last year or years before was my favorite, and I have the 15, which I never use. But this one I use absolutely all the time. I will either put it in a Longchamp bag. So say I'm traveling and I want to bring this bag with me. I don't want to stick a lambskin bag on the floor of a plane. So I will put this down inside of the Longchamp bag, and I will have things in it, but the things that I want to get to quickly and the most easiest, I'll usually kind of fill this up with whatever I want. The last several times I've traveled though, however, I have actually used this for what it's intended for, makeup. It is the best makeup bag. I think that's what's made me change, and I love it so much. It fits all my full-size brushes. I can fit my foundation sitting up and it's not going to tip over. And I still, at the top, I have so much room left. I usually put in my hairbrush, my comb, some, ponytail holders, just some other, ends and odds that don't fit in my other toiletry bags. So I actually have been using it for what it's meant to be used for, which is cosmetics. I've also used this as a clutch. I actually saw this recently. I forget where I saw it posted, but I saw a picture of Princess Diana with it up under her arm, and she was wearing it as a clutch. So if it's good enough for her as a clutch, it's good enough for me. But it's just amazing, amazing piece. This one is made in Spain. One of my few that is made in Spain. The inside, of course, is that wipeable lining, and I think I did get all the makeup. I think I have a little tiny bit of eyeshadow on this one from my brush, but I don't care. That's what it's for. I don't have any intentions of getting an organizer for this because that defeats the point of having a wipeable lining if you have something in there that you need to wash. But these are my top 10, and of course, like I said, the jewelry and the scarves, the Burberry and the Louis Vuitton Logomania, definitely those are mine too. What are things that you have purchased in the past that you would definitely purchase again? And, also, like I asked in the last video, what are things that you purchased that you're like, absolutely was a mistake and never again? But I hope you have an amazing day, and I hope to talk to you again very soon. Take care. Bye-bye.